My never I say ma PENDREAM TV. PENDREAM TV there. I see them yopo.
Alisa Nancy Dinsembe to ja or say 8 years at NPP for a Billy Ghana not say almost say the almost the Padona type as economy any currencies need almost say no and some who do be away one. Alisa Nancy and Edia to ja PENDREAM TV to the subscribe to the channel and I share my dear for answer and can be judged and our commentation. Yeti and Sema Alisa Nancy and Edia to ja.
Mugabe. Mugabe dey me dey say obiahu omusuban. Yabamu 8 years. And you boasted that you had the men. You will have a vice president instead of sitting there and doing the work, will close at 2 o'clock and be shaking his head around town until 5 o'clock before you go home. And all you will do is that, there's an effective, solid economic management team. In the end, much ado about nothing. We found out that the economic management team was solid waste. Solid waste that we have to dispose of. What did they do? Useless bunch of people who say they are economists. They wasted everybody's time, destroyed our economy, they destroyed our currency. Look at what they have done to the cocoa board. We owe about 33 billion Ghana cedis. Why? What is it? What did they do with the cocoa? Mugabe, so painful. They hate Ghana so much. You have a president, a fisheries minister who says, I've locked the sea. How would the fishermen, how do you understand what you did? They came to destroy the system. They created a crime scene, pretended that nobody could solve the problems, and they had the solutions, and that they would do it. And in so doing, they managed to steal the bits and pieces. Mugabe, I'm telling you, every place they went to steal. And Kenufurata strategically put his people there. I've told you this thing. Reverend Obami Tete, where did he put him? Securities and Exchange. Where did he put Yofi Grant? He put him at the Ghana Investment Promotion Council. You understand? Then you have the others who followed. Comfort and Alberto Kran. Every time they are running roadshow. Roadshow to where? Roadshow to where? Juma put you on boards. Look at how you have hurt Ghana's economy. You have to meet the car, Bank of Ghana, Central Bank, the car. How? Look, in Achampon's time during the 70s, when we had difficulty in selling our cocoa and other things, when Achampon nationalized the mines, it was a central bank that financed the cocoa purchases and later brought the receipts to recover. What has happened? That a central bank could run at a loss the way it did under Nanado for 8 years. You won't be talking about these things. The corruption that went on. Even people who lost their lives under your regime. You think John Kuma's death is something that anybody will forgive? If the family has forgiven you people, fine. But some of us, we are inquisitive. Because I knew John Kuma. I knew John Kuma when he came to University of Cape Coast at the time from Legon, trying to be Nuke's president. That's why I came into contact with him. Such a fine, intelligent young man. And look at where he found himself in the first term, and the second term, he became deputy minister. And look at what happened to him. So some of us, your party, your tradition, who, like I said, a sleeping elephant in the forest cannot invite you to a party. No. How do you go to the forest to go and dance with them? Those send snakes on you. They're a bunch of disappointed political lots who want to find a way, a caricature way. They want to find, a trickster's forum. Find a way to rush back to power because they didn't finish their agenda. Look at some of the things they did. Look at somebody they have put at the National Signals Bureau. Linking up with the Ghana Water Company Limited to still yield sums of money on every bi-weekly basis. We're taking 650,000 every 2 weeks. That guy, that gentleman is still at post. The one who was paying the money, the TNI manager, the innovation TNI, I've told you, he's head of Accra East. He's still at post. Reaching appeal to engineer. The one who was paying the money and knew he was paying the money into the guy's pocket. He's still there at Ghana Water. Look at the chrono boy here. Every 2 weeks we are 650 to provide what? Internet services for Ghana Water service. Ghana Water. Can you imagine? They to meet to electric pole. 50 million.
The electric poles.
If you need electricity, go and tell ECG. They'll provide it to your pumping station. Ghana Water, no a board chairman. Yes, you think every time I talk about it out of hate. Go and check. Me say that checkbook it's in no haulage contracts in the company now. Excel, chemicals to all the 90 water stations across the Ghana Water Limited. He supplies the chemicals.
Conflict of interest.
Conflict of interest. Checkbook carry to pay, no assign, no ati. I'm telling you, they took him to road front, go and find out. Ghana Water when the people at the head office right now, most of them are from Winneba. I'm telling you, you go there and go and check. Most of them are from Winneba. Anywhere he goes, he went to the road fund. Oh, road contracts for the man who go and check Excel Ghana Limited. You will see in their subsidiaries the road contracts he took. Some of them allegedly he didn't execute, but he has the money in his pocket because he was board chairman. The checkbooks were in his armpit. Why? What is it? You come and talk about those ones. They put you small boy, just barely, you're barely 50 years, you're 47. They put you at ECG just in 3 months. 490 million. Unaccounted for. Anna. Okay, time with the Breåks. Go back to TV. What are you telling us? What are you telling us? I've said this thing, I continuously say this thing, that we must not allow a group of young criminally minded people to enter our national politics. We must not give them space. When we see them, we must raise the red flags and tell people how dangerous they can be to this country. If you allow what they will do to this country, I'm telling you, Mugabe, you'll be surprised. We must be cautious. You don't know where they get their greed from and where they want to take it to. And I've always re-echoed this thing. There's a course at the University of Cape Coast, Intellectuals and National Development. They must make it by force. Those ones that they make it liberal, it's me by force, so be anyebi. And to be by any public school, a Bible show free. Now so bought or mine from no be over chino or no nyebi. No nusu mbebonibra. It's where they Mugabe.
Was this say private SHS have been added, private SHS have been added to the free SHS program? Fantastic news. There has not been hype. President Mahama is making the money, follow our children everywhere to support their education. Afenyo Makin should be reminded that last year, the NIB Bank made a loss of over 24 million. For the first half of this year, it has made a profit of 74 million Ghana cedis under Dr. Atta Sapon.
Look at the turnaround. Mugabe, look at the losses we're making. What were they using the money for? Buying cars and doing, go and check, giving loans to themselves. Loans, you go and find out conflict of interest loans, third party loans.
24 million Ghana.
Yes.
Atta Sapon be fire and say and we make a profit 74 million.
Charlie.
It's all over. Yeah, when we took over places like GIPC and they were owing more than 60 million Ghana cedis.
Yes.
They were owing so much. Most of the even scholarship secretariat, their office in the UK alone, they owe, the scholarship secretariat owes UK universities about 32 million pounds. 32 million pounds.
39 now.
Yes. So but now they are so as it is now, even this year the scholarship secretariat is not able to take new students into to the UK. They are now negotiating with them. And meanwhile, the person who was there, and Alex Asafoje, my brother, is doing a great job. I'm so proud of him. He's doing a great job.
Sure.
And as we speak, the previous director who was there, he was selling the scholarship.
Scholarship.
So Asafoje is putting in measures, to ensure that needy students and people who qualify are the ones they are not going to sell it. And at the NDC we don't do that. It will go to the people who need it. And see, the debts are a lot. GIPC, I'm aware they had about 60 million debts there. And it ran across most of the institutions. Yeah. But now that we have taken over, some of these debts are being paid and we are accruing.
So to land on my issue, what they went to do was a Baumia conference. They still want to build from the top.
Not the NPP delegate.
No, it was not. Who spoke again? Apart from look at what he came to say. He himself, he was so illogic. Talking about Madam Chief Justice Tokonu, who has been suspended per Article 146. You, Baumia, do you read the Constitution? Do you understand the Constitution? When constitutional provision is working, look at you are talking about it. All of them, they are contempt of Article 146. Sometimes when I see that, yes, you give some people opportunity to come and manage or get to. How did he even become vice president? He deceived the NPP people. If you don't know, he didn't have a party card. He was not an NPP card bearing member. He deceived them. He pretended as if he knew all the economics in the world. Look, currencies. Empty-headed. Look, currencies all over the world are backed by distribution and production. Well, economics, then when you come and cancel 4 zeros, and then you tell me that the new CD you are creating is equal to the dollar. How possible is that? The dollar has been working since. And there's industrialization, there's distribution solidly backing the dollar, same as the pound. You sit here, even agriculture support for the pound. If you go to Britain, you'll be surprised. Yes, they deliberately use their currency to go into agriculture, and then they use their currency as a market. Yes, for agricultural products, and then they make their nationals spend their money eating what they have grown in their country. So that cycle, even in agriculture, you can see the amounts of money that are loaded there. You sit here, you cancel 4 zeros, and then you shake your head and you go and deceive Osafo Mafu. He also comes to deceive Nanado. Obi Awako invest in Nanado. See where your economics. You don't even understand economics, that you have to bring this boy who somebody will say, true, because of his father. Yes, because of his father, he got the opportunity to go to university under NDC. His father was the Council of State chairman for Chairman Rawlings. So it was because of that, the benevolence of that, he got scholarship to go outside to go and study. Miss Papa, Council of State chairman, Kamisu Alista, and Kamisu Mekobi, and he cannot challenge me. It's because of the opportunity he got. Then when he came in, and also yesterday, before, said, "Me Papa, Juma as manager, monetary policy, BBB." So when J. Kufuor came to power, yes, we pushed him. His senior brothers and his mother, who even committed all their time to us, we didn't help them to this extent. Then he metamorphosed. Wow, the snake and the grass. He just metamorphosed and ran to J. Kufuor. They made him deputy governor. Then he said he has cancelled 4 zeros. Lazy approach to economic resolution. Aren't you seeing what Atufosi is doing? Then Mugabe, then one day Atufosi too should be president too. I'm telling you, if Baumia claims that he has to be president, then one day we have to go and bring Atufosi simple. Because he's fixing the problems of the economy and we are feeling it in our pockets. It's not about removing zeros. It's about the city that we have competing out there with the dollar. And fighting the dollar and putting it in this position. That's what we are talking about. Basic Baumia, Yatawe Konota, Obeo, Ochoba Popo, Umbojencheko, now Talobana Popo Bibi, Minkebu, Obeno Kono Bafe Wagana. Me, what I know is that there's an international society that interferes in our politics. They are the people who are pushing Baumia. I'm telling you, one day you find out. I don't want to mention their names here. I'm not afraid to say, but this show is too big. We don't want to accommodate them. You understand? They are the people who are pushing Yodom. How do you build a house? Starting from the roof. Where's the foundation? The logic of it. The lack of common sense. So, Mugabe, what do you see from no? The deceit of Michael Kwe. The deceit of Michael Kwe. Sani report now is to scheme to control the party. Oh no, then I make a look at his age. Me say only Metrimodin and go be crank our retire from politics da. Only masebe to no. That no lose elections to speaker no to Honorable Bagby. Do you know what happened to him? The wife collapsed. She stayed in coma for about 3 years before she passed on. You even retire from politics and go and sit by the woman in India. You left her on a sick bed in India. If you go and see his writings, politics in Ghana, 1972 to 79, all lies. Because when he got a chance, politics in Ghana, 1982 to 89, what he wrote of Rawlings, when he got the chance with Nanado, go and see what he did. You will see that human being, what they write, when they get the opportunity, is the exact opposite way they behave. And J. Kufuor, he says what?
About the India one, we don't have any evidence.
I have evidence. The wife collapsed ask everybody who was in parliament that day. When she heard the news, she was there well dressed, waiting to be sworn in with the husband. And then the results turned out that it didn't go in their favor. She collapsed in the chamber. Ask anybody. She was flown to India. 3 years. I'm saying on authority, not to denigrate anybody. I'm saying that is a man Michael Kwe you people want to follow. Then J. Kufuor, you want to come and tell us your record? Your record should be speaking for itself. The people should have involved you. Don't come and tell us they have not involved you. You, J. Kufuor, everything Afenyo Marking does, you know about it. They are your boys. I'm telling you. At least this time, Patrick Boma spoke. He spoke well. That young man. Yes, that's one of J. Kufuor's boys. So what is Kufuor talking about? All those people were sidelined. You didn't say anything. You, J. Kufuor, you brought the likes of Papa Kwesi Ndum into national politics to come and serve you in an all-inclusive arrangement. He was one of the most hardworking ministers in your government. What happened? When the Americans were recommending him for you to help you to do your Millennium Challenge account, your people ganged up against him. And that is why the likes of Osafo Mafu, one of the laziest cabinet ministers with Nanado in your government, when they got the chance to rule this country, look at what they did to Papa Kwesi Ndum. Ajia Ndum kita, any nyansa, ni abadaye, ni akumapa kita wa Ghana no. Mo nanaya Osafo Mafu, oni Nanado, mo ni bida, mo de dagotem, Dagota mnatan time ono wasuru ono eputusi muntumi me da. If it was not for Indum, Kufuor's government would have been baller. I'm saying it here. Now anyone on no. I'm asking you. J.A. he gave it to 4 people. They couldn't do it. Empty-headed people. Professor Jambafo, they gave it to, he couldn't do it. They gave it to Osafo Mafu or Disika, allegedly 4.8 million pounds. Only one Benjamin Opokubi or UK chartered accountant. They sat down and chopped the money. They didn't give them anybody. They couldn't even execute the project. Then they gave it to J.H. Mensah, almighty J.H. Mensah, even couldn't put the services paper together. Then when he went to Bahrain, he said, no, I went to America with you. Ambassador Dikio says is my witness. America is asking us to give the job to Dr. Papa Kosindum. He can do it. He's a services delivery expert. Just within 3 days, he had put up a paper. Just within 3 days. So yes, so he had to put it by the NDPC. Or time these people, let's put them to shame forever. Very powerful, effective person or no not jimpo kita no je ku for ye ka unibi me come money who but you have destroyed him. Your people have destroyed him. Me patch me say JM, he should return the banks to the owners. If you go to Atimo Tresu, they are not going to do it. Wow, they have lost it all.
Yeah,
but Elijah said what did you do wrong? Heritage.
Well, that's a
were there any mistakes?
Well, unless what I saw was fake news. But
what? No, something has to be done. Indum, what did he do wrong? Go and see the market levels he was serving, the rural areas. People could send money directly from America to their mothers in the rural homes because it was digitalized all over the country. It was working. What are we talking about? They should keep quiet. Yes, Mugabe, they should keep quiet. They shouldn't disturb anybody. They have destroyed the economy. For 9 million, so says I did 25 million. I could say I didn't. We are in CDG now here. No, the warfare, no, and I could trap bank. I don't wonder whether the managing director does not know that. They should sack them. They should let them reapply. Mugabe, look at how they entered our forest. Look, how can you pass? Look at the law Nanado passed. Is it 406? To get the people to enter the forest. Yes. Meanwhile, in this country, on Mampeni bi obebe or Kitanyan Sebia to say God in Gajisbeck. Odienia, Kwame Nkrumah Odienia, Achampo Odienia, Rollins Odienia, Udia Obaya, and Yana Yadiana Kwayanu. Yen Rakwayanu Nienko to gold, Nien Seno, Nien Sekwayanu. Today, look at the state of the Bream River. And now call Atimo Treso and now cause the go and see Bream Nenum. I have poto. Aden. Your son here, Sabinum. What is it? Mukasi is Romana. Hey, baby, I'm over any opposition. Now, I'm going to Wadi, Bonnie, I'm with Joe my way. You can't say Mugabe. Now, maybe in the name of God. Nyakupo Dimu Kramu Bo my way. In the name of God. Nyakupo Dimu Mugabe Unim. They said they were going to build God a cathedral. Yes, they took $58 million of our country's money and spent it anyhow. In the end, audit by one says Canada also seen 58. 97. I ain't have 39. They know how to hide things. They are tricksters. They bunch of because look, Jay before made a statement years after he had left power that it was wrong for Kwame Nkrumah to invest the money that was given to him at independence in the country. Look at you. Kwame Nkrumah was not giving any money at independence. It was the Cocoa Amendments Bill of 1954 that accrued money. They had increased the cocoa price on the world market. Kwame Nkrumah took 71% and kept the money in the Bank of England for 4 years, not until 1958. So the money, including two other taxes that he gave to those marketing companies who were involved in the cocoa export, made the money to get to 198 million pounds. The money was released to us on 1st July 1960. Odan Senior Secondary School, Achimsa Secondary School, Achinswa Senior High, all the Ghana secondary schools you see. Yes, they are part of the brand new 43 secondary schools Kwame Nkrumah built from that money. The Akosombo Dam you see, 70 million pounds counterpart funding from Ghana came from those cocoa accrued monies that they gave to Nkrumah. He did one family trophy. And they see on Water River Authority, and that's what you see there. Yes, the Mamoto way, all the secondary schools, don't you see it around? Don't you see it when you read here? Mubabema Muntu Yashi more manu, Mubata no Diomani Sika, Mufram Rumpen in floor, Akasifo, say Mu Nimdia, you beg you no match I do about nothing. Debbie, Mimi Suit, I say locally made. Omodia no careful France, and Eba. Until Utumu said there's a difference. Mimi dear Mama tell me Sikawaha. I've given the local economy. Yes, I bought the fabric from here. Suit wearing is not any, and I wanted to let them know. You first suit wearing your guy, Mimi Sano. na me nana no omo pam atade into suit e babronya ye de nam for the chief from ye mfa nya the chief from e be any suit. You use your head to help your nation when you get the chance to go to school. O man me go school me share school fees amitia. Na me pay free school na me sure mine. I have to sacrifice to make my nation a better place. Now when you get the chance, you want to steal from everybody. When I look at my own friend, Frank cannot pray. What sister cry na me share ni suba home. Oh papa last time me kan ha. You are a police officer son. Policeman no you be 3. You are lucky to be even alive. So papa no ma me ni cry no. You are lucky to be alive, yes. And then look at you. You have turned yourself into a rich man in Sawam. Oh, no, it's painful. When I was in the university with him, how humble he was then. And today, how he carries us about. It pains me. Why? Didn't I know Mani Brahma at the university? Is he not still humble? Why? What is it? Edward Bauer. I knew them at the university. I don't humble people. So what are we talking about? Afenyo marking, sleeper on the floor. Today, look at him. He wants to fly as if he was sleeping on the golden mattress whilst he was at the university. He ran away. He couldn't finish his course. You understand? If you are talking about people in the NPP who we should give opportunity to, I will not mean words about Patrick Brahma. Patrick Brahma was my mate. Once I'm in Kan, once I'm bonida. Now some so bad with the manual to move bonida. Make papa ne woman because that guy, papa be one. I don't know NPP for mo. Nipa a woman party no papa wo mu. One person mo be party because 38 na wa. Mo di 12 years na be 50.
Because leadership you hear kora. Yeah, you know.
No more you never know. Meanwhile, he has intelligence. Okasa, he's a slow type. But Okasa. Oh, Dabe no buy. Iti Mugabe. Ya don't masi. Omako yi concert near you. Obiahu. Yan ko party. Ewo kwaye mu. Yan di osunu nechi. And going ko party. Bia wo kwaye mu. They should stay there. Now for your marking, when I saw him, I said, "Yeah, Pedro Mugabe. Yeah, they grabbing shit. It will not be a friend. Come and see your friend. I'm saying." Please, that's Mugabe's friend. Hey, it's a Ben Obeka. Mugabe, who wonderful no after your market Ben Obeka. Look at him. He is trying to, you see, that's what is paining me that the NDC has left the job of propaganding for the NPP to pick it up. In fact, they were doing it already. They rather, advocacy, but it's propaganda. Look at him talking about the successes of these governments that we have stolen their policies. Can you imagine?
8 years no.
What? Bola mu 8 years. Bola mu ne edano. Bola bibi amu ye bi anye. Look, the intention behind your gold for oil project by a champion. Why? Is it not a young man who has made it in business? Is it not also possible for him to lead the party? Wakoso jo numpo de o yeso je ni okita discipline. Uti de make an say. Yes.
Bagana form peno.
Unti ma say. Onu so pe so lead the MPP. Also be so lead the MPP assembly can ye Ghana. It's not about a Ghana lead MPP. He's there. He's in the party. They need discipline now. They need unity. I'm saying somebody like him who has been in the army somewhere before cannot bring unity. Canada Japan. Unity ka mo bia. Unity ka mo bia or party. Yako Congress one kasebi. And then aba. So it was Baumier's Congress. Mika Esime Maminka. This one clear case. Mugabe. Nipa wakwa yebu no si oye party a o shata de alcohol osuru no wajare wakwa yemu ya bono wakwa yemu
na so
bi akam intati e ko na suru nya wanti wakwa yenu mu o si oye party na udi nachi o Mugabe na mi wonwa o si usho mu etimi ahwe be da ahwe
you know that say
we Baumia Congress apu de ke na Baumia Congress we Baumia Congress. A Congress that didn't allow other people who have aspirations to come and speak. Is that a Congress? Why? It was criminal. If not, let's go there and go and find out. I'm telling you, it was criminal. The intention, clear case of a criminal, be a person who will be, not their coffee be so
corrupt.
Yes, today, is it not clear? Is it the way not clear? A gold board has been formed to rationalize the gold sector. Are you not seeing the results, Mugabe? Are you not seeing, Mugabe? I will pray, Mimaka. Other boards must come up. We have problems with our oil. We can set up an oil board and rationalize the oil sector so that the oil marketing companies, these price fluctuations in our pump prices and other things, when we have an oil board like the gold board, that one too will come to rationalize it. Then look at oil palm, Mugabe. You look at oil palm too, the same thing. Utia say, yes, the oil palm market, palm kernel oil, UK, look at the exports to UK. So if you have a palm oil development board, there's a Ghana Oil Palm Development Corporation, but I'm talking about a board that to rationalize that sector too. It's also a commodity. You understand? We are going to make millions of money from it. Cashew.
Shea butter.
Yes, shea butter. Cashew. No name quite fast way free her. The Indians bring in rice, sell it. They don't look for foreign exchange. Use the cities to go and buy the cashew, and then go and sell the cashew on the international market and bring in and take in the dollars to India. That's what they do. We must collapse all those ones. And on is parity on our economy. The good things that John Mahama has brought on board, me probably names a party be you're from NPP. And why are you in a rush? You must allow time to heal your wounds. You just left power. What I say, so look at spots of where you see where there, where bow we assume. Now you're lucky. Now come on, sister, but bunu. We catch the one, come bunu, only minino. We catch the and kabomba bunu na.
In fact, Asunje,
You've worked under him.
Yes, I was information. He gave me my first opportunity, youngest female minister, 33 years.
Wow.
Yeah. Youngest female minister under His Excellency John Evans Atta Mills. 33 years. Yes, indeed. I thank him wherever he is for lifting me up and believing in me. Indeed, me Papa John. It was an honor to serve under him. Now, Ube notice here, I'm never late. I learned that under His Excellency. Ube banosoka se 10. Na Ube drew 10:01. Ube bani a started, and I am my own room. And my being on time is something that I learned. I learned from him. He was Nikasa ye boko. Nikasa ye boko ompenu ho asem enti na onya edi asunje onya the type no beka say all die be die, so Luzi on his third trial as president was when he won. And 1 year to 2 sembia to say obi aminim na okotina ho say all die be die. I feel ready and we near your kwaketi ya chomo bibi kakredi. When we are talking about a statesman, a peaceful man, His Excellency John Atta Mills, he left a legacy behind, a peaceful legacy. He would not be remembered for starting putting Delta Force together and beating up judges and turning the country upside down. He will be left. His legacy remains the fact that even the NPP laughed at him for prayer meetings that they were holding at the flags at the castle, that they mocked him. So the castle, why a prayer camp. Meanwhile, when they were desperate and they wanted to come back, they picked their Bible verse that the battle is the Lord's. Into the hypocrisy of the NPP administration, we can see how bad they treated His Excellency John Atta Mills when he was president. How badly they treated him, calling him names, putting the man down. But time, like I said earlier when we started, vindication is in the womb of time, as they say. And we saw, Dr. Doolittle, it was rather Nanado who was Dr. Doolittle. Just say one more boy, you may be a yisam and obey and a kushisem, Niba Jankuma, Sikat Jankroma. $33 million. I farmer no so on got spare parts ambulance. Won't say Atta Mills ya body nibadi say ya fa $33 million. Amani baby ya Kofi and baby. Won't say cry about that. And now 1 year family and friends and Nana Asanti Bedu Etuo was executive secretary to the president. No, Ninia Kofi Dako Asanti, father of Nana Asanti Bedieku Etuo. No, chairman of Gimpa Council. Mrs. Vida Asanti, mother of Nana Asanti Beche say Bedu Etuo ni ma meni papa nyina anya post. Ono so no president, head of president household. Ono na eduano mbedi furniture ni ama she was in Loretta Ochiri, sister of Nana. Te say Nana Bedu Etuo abusuafo nyina eni o. Loretta Bedu Etuo, sister of Nana Bedu Etuo. She was the deputy director Senate. Ena Kwesi Kutu Asanti, brother of Nana Asanti Bedu, to member Ghana Hostel Board. They say proper family and friends, even the old folks, or the parents, they were all involved. Even Samira brother. Samia father-in-law, ni papa. Samia papa. Eba omia father-in-law. Enye no only console. No only console. Enti say grandchildren, grandfathers. Ramadan for number 43. Abu Ramadan so no so ye deputy director general Nadmu. Enti was proper. No the baby mama Hesi.
Oh yeah, you papa do go university
sa scandal no wunye bi wo NDC mo sa scandal we there wunye bi wo NDC mo we what you see the way President Mills training here no that training is still with me ya dear na me say me conscience is that it doesn't sit well with me. I won't do it because I think about the disgrace, embarrassment it will bring me. And that is how yes, and not just me, my name, not just me, my family, my bosses. How would my boss feel when he finds out say the employee or the appointee is still with me. I'm very cautious. I'm very cautious about how I proceed. I'm very, very cautious. And all thanks to serving under His Excellency at John his legacy will continue to live on through some of us because we will continue to remember how he raised us and we will not depart. Yes, and we will not depart from it. Now, coming to the National Cathedral.
Okay.
Just this week, me say amount for kase ignorant people or more TikTok or more kase sana because one person nebeka me person me bonidi onye nipa was me bonidi. I'm not going to reduce myself to that level. Obekache nkofo na gu TikTok na say sana 58 million na Archbishop Duncan Williams ka say ya spending no NDC for beka Archbishop Duncan Williams and ebekache and say ya spending sa asikan because Archbishop Duncan Williams was on the board na sa 58 million no kra no enye no kre na they haven't spent $58 million on the cathedral and until na lose election no only to find out after Deloitte and Touche audit only to find out says na 58 million po na $97 million almost 100 million and Mugabe 97 million no and you say a final figure you say and accruing no it means that as the day goes by no a big count as the days goes by, a big count, and when you look at the procurement laws that were breached, even the architect David Ajayi, who was paid, he was paid when no contract had been signed. We still owe the contractor about $37 million for digging a hole, And you see what annoys me is that the NPP will not keep quiet. They will not shut up. Ghanaians, you have to let them know that you are still angry with them. That the 38% no more 10%. You have to let them know. And then that screen also no.
You are not lying.
Oh, David Ajayi, inti papa way.
You want to support to gay.
Inti papa way. David Ajayi nkwana sika we di wo cathedral we mumpo. One say when they even.
What are you talking about? What are the figures?
Yes, yeah, you know what?
No. Mugabe, these figures.
Yes. Hey. That's what you are seeing. This is scary.
Where your audit report?
This is from Deloitte and Touche. Deloitte and Touche is independent. It's an independent, and it's a very credible audit firm. Wow. And see, the NPP people, I know about an MP who came to say.
President dissolve.
What the president dissolve National Cathedral Secretariat and what dissolve board no but omankasa very new muniso and was say omo pamo but since oman pamo no they are all fired under His Excellency John Mahama and I mean who say omo ni ferry nti omo san release statements and yes, for no second board, no, almost release statement say, this anka dissolve the board, and then they also have their side. My friend, you don't have any side. You don't have any side. You have wasted almost $100 million of taxpayers' money. $100 million of money, that funds that could be used to build hospitals for the regions. It could build hospitals. These new regions that we brought, yes. They don't have hospitals, they don't have schools, they don't have a lot of infrastructure. Yes, we could have used that money to build these new regions, but we use it to build homes. It's different. You see, Alista, it's different if you have two names, an alias that you use, but he had two different identities. The identities are separate from each other in the sense that the date of birth is separate from one name, the other name is also separate from, and he had different identities in Ghana cards and yes, that also for Victor Kusibuati needs to be, you see, until we lock them up, they will continue talking, and we have to show we shouldn't back, we should bite. So we shouldn't back, we should bite. I'm telling the AG, don't let these people walk away. Otherwise, when we come, because his ex-friend is the Honorable Okujeto Ablakwa, did a lot of work on. They even called him a liar. Recently, like I said, one of them called him a liar that the 58 million any amount. But Okujeto has been vindicated. And until we let them account for causing financial loss to the state for using double identity, make these people, I don't care who he is, whether he's a pastor or he's not a pastor, I don't care. They must be accountable to the people.
Very well. Alisa, on President Mills.
Yo, Mami Free Cathedral in Mami Mills.
Enough time.
Send me Kaba Coupe or Cathedral. Papa no also double identity. Makawaha. Arrest the first identity. When you release him at 2 o'clock, then arrest the other identity at 2 o'clock. You understand? So one man, yes, if he wants to double in double identity, you must have double arrest for him. So you question him as a Reverend Kusibuatin, then you go and question him as somebody, a diplomat, who has a diplomatic passport with another name, and let him tell us why he did that to the nation in the name of God, stealing in the name of God. Look at the distraction that they made to the place. The loss of property. So it says, see a carbon minus so. Now, see our own share. The alternative use for that money, they able to me this 100 million. Now, yen to me, I'm fire. Mugabe, Emeya. As for Professor Mills, the beer do time, bedinafia, na me suakame. Because me time, I'll be free mono. Yankupu yi treme, about Daemu, and a petutu to an American radio TV so. And to me, coca with TV no so na 1 week per se. NDC for Satanamo PPP. Into me call studio no. Say no more can we be say why is he saying I'm saying no. Me what I've seen, I'll say it because if I don't say it, I cannot go home. Until when I offended people by what I said. But I saw him laid in state in white as he was when he was being at the time. I saw it clearly. So when I got there, I said, look, if you people are talking about the president, I'm giving you 1 week to 17 July. One for now, and the Assembly Besino. Don't tell me that I've said anything bad because I got close to him. I got to him to suggest to him to pick.
Ghana's a sign.
Yes, I got to him to suggest to him to pick John Dramani Mahama as his running mate, and I gave him reasons. I had to fight. He called people so that I argued the people and convinced them. It was not easy. As for Professor Mills, I will never forget him. And Mugabe, his demeanor, his affability, his gentility. May catch the Airtel for when they were coming in. They had a small package for him. President, the project about Ukroma into Kakraje. Hey, go ask Wafakwami PNM. He said, Abi, the Omo Kebiano, University of Cape Coast, Omuhia, auditorium for. So whatever they have to give to me, let them use it to go and build that new auditorium that they invested. Mugabe, he was down to earth. And look, the number of people he touched through the classroom, he taught at Legon. Lawyers, big judges, Professor Mills, I will point it to you, I will tell you. As long as you call you to know, to say, or no, Professor Mills, and I'm not being kakra. Hey, Professor Mills is a student. And then when you come to sports, ask anybody. He was in Atimota school. He was at Legon. Even in his old day, when he became vice president, Do you know his guy name? Bode, TikTok guy. Yeah, when he holds the hockey stick, you dare not. I'm telling you. It's onunu nyankopon dine etre baby. When you enter politics, you don't stop until the last day. That is what God showed us. Because no more can Oyari NYSA. But because he had served the nation needed to reward him. You see his burial. One who said it here. Say Orufie and Kofri Moa. And can massa to say or mine support. So in politics when you join, because Aquacra no cry, when him say Professor Mills. Ya won July 1944. And ya won anado March 1944. Oh no, ni pa bone ni kwa no da so ti asina ni papa no every month bi da. Opa, o de ya ka o si esuro. Ni papa mo no obetrase ni edi no ho de no. Na obi ka kuma shoto mo me. Odu mo ti ase. Na odu di bone. Na yes, that's what is happening. So ni papa ni na. Morabi, chairman at the Coca. So you remind all of them. So here papa pro forum. All the you see fine people. Uchi ni pa o kasa kirewa. You can go home and sleep for like 30 years. Professor Mills, the bush of phone, and Uncle CC, this is Tapeni Munyan. Yes, the way they lived a simple life, the way they were down to earth. We salute them at this time. Oh, man.
At the end, Semina, Ebisia. Subscribe to the channel on a schedule made my afro answer and come.
I'm not PENDREAM TV. Now, so far, so good. Say open online portal e Ghana. Nipa share, nipa follow, nipa comment here. To my best of knowledge, without any biases, PENDREAM TV.